Once that bell rings, we're in high school. You know what that means? Anything is possible.
So this is really your guys' first time in the R-rated genre. Mason, you're obviously fresh off of Black Phone, but what is it like for the rest of you? You know, obviously it must be fun a little bit to let loose, but from an acting standpoint, what is it like to still find that balance between staying true to the character and also going wild with the R rating?
Yeah.
One thing that's a thing I had already met. One thing I always mention. I had already met Ramon through like Disney Channel party events and stuff. So we kind of came from Disney. So I mean, I think we share the sentiment of like, you know, that it's very, you know, very PG. So doing this movie kind of felt like a release of like, you know, we just went wild.
I wanted to curse.
I gotta say the friggin' F word like all the time, and Dave and John Chernin did not hold back. You know, they were amazing directors and stuff, and kind of guided us through being able to just let loose, improv, and just do fantastic comedy.
Yeah. I would add to what you said as well. Like there were also some moments when John and Dave actually dialed us back. You know, just to keep it real. Like, listen, this is just a real moment here. We don't have to do too much. And I would be like, okay, you know me. You know how much I want to do this cursing. I want to do it. So they definitely helped, especially, I would say me, stay true to my character and who he was.
Coming from drama shows, I'd say it's definitely a 180 flip. And just like how you said, I could branch myself out. I could express a lot more in comedies. And it was just a great time. And sometimes I went a little too high, or sometimes I went too low. And David John would just say like split the difference, and it was great. It's lovely.
Sounds like a great experience for you all. And Mason, I will turn to you next. So I got to say, yours and Isabel's dynamic was so great throughout this movie. It felt like there was a genuine sort of fondness for each other, but also loved seeing you guys rib one another throughout the film. What was it like developing that with her, you know, prior to filming as well as during filming?
Yeah, just meeting Isabella, we hit it off so easily. And we had a lot of time together, filming and stuff. So in between takes, we would just, you know, play dumb little games and just get to know each other. And, you know, it was just really easy getting to work with Bella. And, you know, all the scenes were so much fun. And she's such a wonderful person and an incredible actress. So, yeah.
I love hearing that. And now I got to ask, Kush is such an outrageous character. You just talked about, you know, having to find the middle ground between too high and too low. But I'd love to hear, because he's also a character who, as Mason's character often mentions, can be a little creepy at times. And what is it like finding that right balance in the performance of someone who is humorous and is easy to like, but also someone who is at times a little creepy?
I'd say he's definitely like a treasure hunt, really. You really have to scour through the haystack to find this character, because he's so complex that he's trying to fit in, he's trying to stand out, but he's trying to like fill in his brother's shoes. It was really difficult to find the right spot for him. But I'd say it took a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, but it was great.
So I love that. And so Connor and Eddie obviously have, I think, probably the closest friendship of everybody in the group. You guys just mentioned coming from Disney and already kind of knowing each other there. But what was it like still finding, again, the specific rapport for your characters in comparison to maybe how you guys are with each other in real life?
Oh, it was the best. It wasn't hard at all. I just think as we went through the filming of the movie, we found it. And once we found our groove, we just stayed there. And then of course you read the script and you figure out the contrast between the characters and what we're both trying to get at and get to, and sometimes our objectives worked against each other. But in that's where the funny resided. So I would say like we had a great time, like being in the Tesla, just doing all sorts of things. It was fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, mirroring kind of what Ramon said, that I felt like as soon as I kind of saw him the first day, one of the first scenes we ever shot was the scene in the bedroom where, you know, kind of see the post, get angry. I think it's a perfect representation of exactly who we are, you know, like I'm trying to get wild. He's, you know, trying to stay true to kind of himself. You know, he knows what he wants to do. And so just figuring out that dynamic by the end of that day, and that's why it's one of my favorite scenes, we just clicked. And after that, it just felt like we were just rolling on a roll. And that's why he was like an awesome scene partner. I couldn't have asked for better when you got to go through all that nasty stuff. So, so definitely the chemistry just was like always there. And I so loved doing it with him and obviously these two as well.
Nasty stuff is probably the most understatement in regards to this film. But I love that you found that dynamic. Mason, I wanted to ask you really quickly because I see I'm running low on time. You guys just wrapped on How to Train Your Dragon. I'm really excited to see what you bring to that. When might we start seeing some looks at you and everybody else from the film?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna get killed here if I answer anything. But all I can really say is it shouldn't be too long of a wait. That's unquote.
That's unquote. Mason Thames. Hold on a minute.
We had so much fun making that movie, and Hiccup playing him was such an honor. And you know, those movies are so close to my heart. So getting to, you know, portray Hiccup was, I mean, truly an honor. And you know, he's still a part of me. And no matter how I try to escape him, or like we finished 4 months ago, and like sometimes like the way I say stuff or when I walk around, like. He's still a part of me. I don't know.
How would you say stuff?
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of,
an example.
Sometimes the way I would say dragon, like
dragon?
like dragon.
No, God.
Oh yeah.
Just like little things like that. But
inspirational.
Yeah, no, it was fun.
I love that. Well, I won't try to get you in trouble. I want you to stick around and hopefully get some sequels out of that one because I love that franchise. And then I wanted to also ask you, Mason, really quickly, you have a big musical number in this movie. I don't want to say where it is in the film because I don't want to spoil it, but I would love to hear sort of about the process of preparing for that and then actually getting to film it.
I thought you were about to ask me to sing. The funny thing, I read the script, and it was just phenomenal. I just kind of glazed over that point, and then I got the job, and then it hit me like, I got to do this in front of a lot of people, and it was a lot of just vocal training in the studio, recording it, and of course I had to sing it live, of course, in front of there, but we had a couple options. But that was the most terrifying thing I've ever done in my life. I have bad stage fright. I'm not trying to do that again. Anytime I hear Stevie Wonder on the radio, I freeze up a little bit. But
it's your worst nightmare because you're gonna do it now live.
I won't make you relive it outside of just telling me about the story, so you are all good. But I had a lot of fun with this movie, guys, and I really can't wait to spread the word about it. So thank you all so much for taking the time to chat with me. I so greatly appreciate it.
You're gonna earn your brother's respect. Oh, you're gonna stop being scared, and you're gonna lose that shitty nickname.
What up, fetus?
Hey, fellas.